Hello, how are you all? Hope you're all doing good. Let me just turn off the aircon. Otherwise, as you know, it's gonna just keep on buzzing us, the voice, and the background quality is not gonna be okay. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna discuss about the skill migration to Australia, particularly visa category 491, which is a provisional visa for skill regional migrations. Say for example, if you want to get to Australia but you don't have that much of points, which is not high ranking points like 90s or 100 points, but you only have 65 or 70 points, yet you are trying to get to Australia, I think with this visa category you should be able to go in there with a state nomination. Under this visa 491, state nominations, you could apply for state nominations and you would get 15 points from the state. So if you only have 65-70 points and adding up another 15 points, that's a bonus. At this time, there's a high demand in the regional area as well. Australian government has increased the skill migrant cap, so you have a pretty good chance to go. In this video, you would know how to calculate your points, plus to understand whether you are eligible or not. Secondly, we will be focusing on visa 491 on South Australian state nomination category. So the link of the website will be put right below the description, and you can just click in and start your calculations along with me. Stay tuned, and I am TM. Welcome to my channel. And if you want to get more immigrations and travel related updates, please do subscribe and hit on the bell button so you will get more notifications. Right, without any further delays, let's get into the video straight away. All right, let me walk you through the points calculator. This is where you do calculate your points for your personal profile. In this case, we can choose 491 visa subclass, which is the last one. We just click on that. Then if you can scroll down, you can see all the age categories or age brackets. If you are someone within 25 to 33 age category, you would get 30 points. That's the maximum you would get, so you would be lucky enough if you're in that bracket. And then you can come down. All right, let's move to the English language requirement. This is where you select your English proficiency. There are 3 levels here: competent, proficient, and superior. If it's your IELTS band above 6 but below 7, you could use competent. Otherwise, if it's above 7 and below 8, you could choose proficient English. If it is above 8 and 9, you could use superior English, and you can gain 20 points over there. For this example, I'm going to use proficient English, so you can get at least 10 points over there. All right, next is the skill employment experience. So I picked the one that is suitable for you. If it is more than 8 years, then you would likely to get 15 points over there. And if it is 5 to 8, you would get 10 points there. Okay, if you do have any Australian skill employment, that would be an awesome thing to get more points. But if you don't have it, just select the first option. The education qualification is the next one. If you are a bachelor, then you would get 15, and if you have a diploma or trade qualification, you would get 10 points over there. So it could be anything that is relevant to you. You could pick it. If you are a PhD holder, of course you're going to get 20 points over there. So next, let's move to this Australian study requirements. If you have done any studies in the in any of the state in Australia, you will get that point. Special education qualification or STEM qualifications, you can select yes, but if it's not, just leave it. Most of them who are applying from overseas or offshore, they would not get these points because those studies should have been done in Australia. This applies to someone who done the research study in Australia for at least 2 years in natural and physical science, information technology, or engineering and related technologies. They would get these points. Otherwise, let's skip this. Yeah, so let's scroll down and we say no to that. The credentials community language, it is no. And study in regional area, if you have done it, good, but otherwise no. And partner skill, if you have a partner with qualifications, you could gain 10 points. Or if your partner is able to prove his or her English proficiency, you'll get 5 points. Or if you're a single, you get 10 points. So better off you be single. Okay, so just select the one that is more relevant to you here. And professional in Australia, if you've done a course in there, it is applicable, but otherwise click now. And nomination or sponsorship, is it from whether it is from your family member or if it is from an Australian state, you could gain 15 points out there. So if you're lucky, you could get a family member to give you 15 points. As you can see, 85 points, but it can be changed and then see which one is better for you. See, if you could get 65 points in total here without the nomination, state nominations, you are in the right place. I think you have a great chance where you can apply for a state nomination, especially if you are in the high demand category. So just you can tweak and then see, or you can change up there with some of the options that you have chosen. IELTS, something that you can improve and get more points. And also the higher the number of points that you could get, you have a better chance of getting selected for nomination. And also you need to understand whatever the points that you choose here, you will have to prove it with the relevant documents. So if it's in English, essentially you have to prove your proficiency of English with the certificate of IELTS or any other English test. And your work experience with the pay slips, bank statements, and all these things. EPF or provident funds and all those documents would require for you to prove your genuine work experience. So these are the basic things that you could select in here and test out your whether you are getting the minimal points that is required. So if you want to get more information, just click on that link, English language visa requirements, and then you will find all the approved test providers over there, and PTE and TOEFL. But the most popular one is the IELTS, IELTS English language test. It's quite straightforward and easy, I believe, in my opinion, but it's up to you to decide whichever is best suited for you. But again, the IELTS is now providing a single take module as well, so it is very interesting. If you could not reach a particular band on a particular subject, you can redo it for that particular subject only, so you don't have to actually redo the whole exam, but you have a good chance of succeeding there within 60 days of original exam. So as I mentioned earlier, I want to focus on visa 491, particularly for South Australia. This is where we get the details. I'll put the link in the description. So there are 491 and 190 visa categories for state nominations, but we would like to go ahead with the 491 for this example. So the requirements are pretty simple. You just need to make sure you are eligible to apply, and as long as you have 65 points is fine. And as I said earlier, you don't have to be a highly skilled technical high-tech person to go migrate to Australia. Even if you're a farmer or a farming manager, is fine. A grape growers or cattle farmers, or anyone who has relevant skills they could just simply go within the skill migrations, as long as you have 65 points, and you have a pretty good chance of getting a nomination, because these are high demand categories as well. So dairy farmers, or deer farmers, or goat farmers, or sheep farmers, or livestock farmers, whatever it is, it's still okay, as long as you have a trade qualifications. You would perfectly fit in there. So make sure you have a trade qualification, or a diploma, or NVQ, government approved certificate, that proving that you have done a skill level training. So that you have a pretty good chance to go to Australia in these categories. There are many other categories down there, including carpenters, painters, and all categories, including managers, HR managers, and all. So you just scroll down and have a look by yourself, and you'll be fine. On the other side, I want to wish you all the best for your future. Alright, that's all about it. And if you are looking for information such as further studies, or higher educations, skill migrations, or traveling to another country, I will be publishing more videos about it. So if you like, and if you want to get more information, stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe and hit on the bell button. Thank you for watching my channel.